moment. Moving on, T-Wolves in Toronto. I don't know what it is about Toronto, but Minnesota does not like playing there. 20th straight loss. Most memorable moment, however, is this. Rudy Gobert under the basket. Randall doesn't pass him the ball. He's not happy. Gets called for a 3-second violation, and rightfully so. Edwards is angry about this. Somebody talk to me. What am I even looking at here, Lou?
This makes me laugh, right? You're seeing a lot of things. So to me, they're just adjusting and they're just competing at the same time. A lot of factors at play here. Multiple things can be true at the same time. Like Rudy felt he had a favorable matchup in the paint. Julius Randle felt like one-on-one he could probably take his guy. And Anthony Edwards is sitting there like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like, listen, if I'm Julius Randle, Julius Randle, he has the reputation of kind of over dribbling sometimes, taking too long with his decision making. And then also at the same time, you got Rudy Gobert posting up, and it's like, bro, we don't respect that part of your bag. You haven't established that part of your bag for me to want to throw this ball in there, especially with a Scotty Barnes guarding you in the lane, where he can either use his hands to strip or meet you at the rim. Like, I don't know you much to be a post-up guy. And so for you to get upset for him not throwing that basketball is incredible. And for him to not throw the basketball is equally as incredible. Like, what are y'all doing? And so the one person that understands the frustration of both guys is Anthony Edwards. He's like, what the hell? Like, we're trying to win a basketball game here. So a lot of things can be true at the same time. A lot of different nuances with the Minnesota Timberwolves in this new trade, but they're going to have to work through this.
Yeah, this is childish. This is unacceptable at every single level. And this is,
I was trying to say it nice, Taylor.
This isn't even okay to happen in like a high school game. And you could tell there's some built up frustration here. Like, this has clearly happened before. Rudy feels like that's his time to get the ball. Like Lou says, Scotty Barnes, it's not like he had a point guard on him. He had a 6'9", like, versatile defender on him. So I understand where the frustration is, but at the end of the day, you know how bad this looks. And Chris Finch basically is going to, I know Finch, Rudy Gobert quit on their team on this play. And the coaches talk about how important every possession is, especially a game in Toronto or a game you should win. This is a wasted possession over just a lack of focus, a lack of maturity. This is a YMCA, kids, take your ball and go home. You cannot do this. You cannot do this if you're Rudy Gobert, and he knows this. Like, he's got to be so embarrassed nowadays with social media and everything that's, was shown last night. He has to be, because, again, I find it somewhat funny, but then when I really think about it, I'm like, dude kind of just quit on his team. Like, this is unacceptable.
You see it both ways? Like, I see it both ways. Like, if I'm ducking in, sure. Like, Chandler, you've played with guys that every once in a while they put you in a position like, bro, why are you putting me in this position? Like, why are you posting up? And either I got to look you off, or I got to look you in your eyes and say, no, like, I'm not throwing this basketball. So I saw it both ways.
First of all, Lou, I play with teammates that if they were missed the possession before, they'll purposely not take the shot the next possession because they're so salty and so shitty that they got missed the possession before. Like, dudes are petty. So this is nothing new.
That.
Oh, I'm saying on a struggling team with a new addition, like, you know how this probably makes Julius Randle feel, who's new to this team, who's new to, like, as a leader and as a vet. Rudy Gobert, you can't do this. It's unacceptable. You can't do this at any level of basketball. This is pathetic. I hate it, and you can't let it happen again.
I think we love that it's Rudy Gobert. He's an easy target, and
I love
everyone.
I love Anthony Edwards' reaction when he was like, he almost like he was trying to hold himself, like he was so confused. Like, what the hell are we doing, bro? Like,
no poker face. None.
Like, he was just so annoyed. He was so annoyed by the fact that he just did that.
And look, here's the story of it all. That's a 5-point loss. That's a big possession right there. Like, they got to tighten up the screws on what they're doing in Minnesota. Push come to shove, give the ball to Anthony Edwards or Julius Randle. Be more precise with what your decision making. Stop dribbling right there. And listen, straight line attack. Force him to jump into that dunker. Force him to clear the lane out. Don't just sit there and dribble. And Rudy, don't sit there and pout. Both guys are wrong in this situation. They got to get better. And
you mentioned it, Lou. It's not like this is Rudy's game, right? It's not like his expertise. He is a defensive player of the year. He is a shot blocker. He is a rebounder. He disrupts teams' offense. Like, Yeah, sure. Does he think he kind of earned the right to get a little touchdown there on a duck in like that? Maybe get to the freezer line? Sure, but he's got to be at this point of his career. He knows that's not his specialty. That's not what he does best. And the new guy on the offense that clearly is struggling, taking time to adjust. The team is hurting. You can't act like that. Like that. If I'm Julius Randle, I'm like, damn, this is how, like, I missed the dude one time. Like, you know what I mean? So like, it's just a bad look. And it's pretty embarrassing.
I think Julius Randle probably feels about Rudy Gobert like many people probably feel about Rudy Gobert. He knows. He knows. The internet is it's available and free for everybody. Oh, shall we preview some stuff? I think we should preview some stuff because the